G'day everyone and welcome back to my channel. Today we've got something a little bit special. Let me explain. What I've got inside this ice cream container is an early Australian PR1M Patrol Ration One Man. Now this one has a very interesting story. If you can believe what I was told when I collected this ration back about 2 or 3 years ago. That this ration was issued, carried and returned to Australia from the Vietnam War. Now, because of that, this video is going to be strictly an unboxing only. No taste test, no opening of components, nothing like that at all. This is going to be more about preserving this piece of Australian military history. Okay, let's get into it. Alright, before we bust into this thing, a little bit about what is a PR1M. A PR1M is a Patrol Ration One Man. Now, they were designed to be used for long-range jungle operations where being lightweight and compact were a real advantage. They were meant to be carried for extended periods of time and used in the harshest of conditions. This PR1M has freeze-dried mains to save on weight and bulk. Alright, without further messing around, let's get into it. Now, I'll just show you what's in here and then I'll pull this off camera and we'll remove each item one by one. I just want you to have a look so you can sort of see how it was packed. Alright. Alrighty, the first item out seems to be some sort of spare pouch. There you go. Now obviously it can be used for eating out of, for purifying water, for holding items, holding rubbish. Lots of uses. And the next item we're going to open up is this. This is obviously some sort of accessory pack, all closed with a good rubber band there. And we might look at instruction sheet first. Just hold that there if you want to read it. It does state that it is a pack sufficient food for one man for 1 day. A little bit about directions. Sometimes these have a date. No, not in this case. But you can see back then, Patrol Ration One Man, and you had 3 menus, A, B, and C. These were the components specific to those menus, and then you had your common items down here. Now, we'll refer back to this as we're unpacking it, and we'll see if we can figure out what menu this is. Alrighty, let's unpack this little bundle here. And first item we have what I can only assume, and checking the list, is toilet paper. It seems to be a bit more like crepe paper. You've got 5 sheets of it there. A little bit rough. Obviously doing it hard back then. But yeah, I think that would be that toilet paper. And then we have this. This is obviously a pouch to hold water. So this is your water measure for your freeze-dried mains. It states, hold this pouch in one hand and fill with water to about 1/4 inch from the brim. Do not squeeze the pouch, but allow the weight of the water to push the sides apart. This amount of water is just sufficient to rehydrate any of the main meals. And that's just a foil-lined paper pouch there. And we have a spoon. A fairly small, short spoon. You would have thought for digging into those pouches, it might be a bit of a longer spoon, but yeah, that's the spoon that they've supplied. All right, now looks like we've got our drinks and various additions. We have salt and pepper. We have White Rings pepper, and we have ISM salt. No dates on any of these yet. And we have some White Wings tea bag. It says there's 2. And again, no date. We have some ISM instant coffee. ISM obviously stands for Industrial Sugar Mills in Sydney. Looks like we have 2 of those. And we have some ISM instant dried skim milk powder, 1/4 ounce. No date on those either. And it looks like we have 4 of those. And finally, we have a Betty Sydney fruit juice powder. It is lemon, 1/2 ounce. And it's got some directions. Add contents of this packet to 1 pint of water, stir well. Pretty rigid in there. But yeah, obviously that might help us work out which menu that we actually have. Alrighty, the next item we have out is one of our mains. It is a freeze-dried mains, obviously. It states on there dehydrated, and it is beef and mushrooms. Look at that, Australian Army. Beautiful picture here of Australia. Nice and bright, not in green camo or anything like that, or the brown as they were later on. But you can see this freeze-dried main is still intact. No date anywhere on there, but there you go. So it's net 4 ounces, and it's manufactured by Rosella Foods in Melbourne. There you go, beef and mushrooms. All right, so hopefully this is going to help us figure out what menu that we have. And we have our second one of our freeze-dried mains. Now this is interesting. It actually states on here that it is a freeze-dried main. It's a little bit hard to see, but you can see there, freeze-dried meal. It is chicken supreme. Oh, that's interesting. It's actually manufactured by another company, which is Nestle Company in Australia. And it does have a stamp on there, but I can't quite read what that says. But yeah, no date on this one either. But again, a still decent, intact, freeze-dried main. And how's that packaging? You know what? It is shiny, and it's really interesting that it is so bright, you know. But yeah, there you go. That's our second main. All right, now we've got a couple of mains. We should better figure out what menu that we have. So looking through our list here, you can see that menu A is chicken in curry and beef in green beans, and B is beef and mushrooms and chicken supreme. So we've obviously got a menu B here. Now the other items that were specific to menu B was a fruit juice powder lemon, and we have some biscuits, Scotch fingers, and some raspberry crunch. So we'll see if we can find those items next. Yeah, I'll just show you what's in the container next. It's just some random bits and pieces, so we'll get these out next. Alrighty, the next item we have out is interesting. This is a pads scouring, but it does have a pack date there. You can see it is June of 1970. There you go, that's the first item that actually has a pack date. It is obviously a green pad for cleaning your mess kit. You know, the later pads had a little bit of soap. I wonder if this has that as well. But anyway, that's great that we have a date now. So that's 1970. Alrighty, the next item we have out is 2 biscuits ration. Now, according to menu B, we should have actually got biscuits Scotch fingers, but we have biscuit rations instead. Now, maybe they were substituted at the time. I'm sure a lot of that went on back then. But this is what we've got in this ration today. 309, don't understand, could be batch number there, but on the front here we have 1170, so that could be 1970. That could be November 1970. There you go, they look in fantastic condition, but you know what, they actually stink. They smell so bad, they are completely rancid. But looking inside here, you can see that there's 4 biscuits in each of these packs. Yeah, Peak Friends manufactured here in Australia, and again, 1970. Alrighty, the next item we have here is some sugar. We have a manufacturing year here of 1971, and if you can see, these are sugar cubes. And I think you actually get about 20 inside this pack. There's 4 rows of 5, so that's 20. Nothing else written on it, but yeah, now it does mention that you do get sugar as part of this kit, so I'm not sure if this is standard to this or not. The dates are thereabouts, but yeah, there's our 20 sugar cubes there. And we have another pack here of toilet paper, or poo tickets as they were referred to. And maybe that's because they seem like they were part of a pad and you sort of pull one off. You can see on this side they've got a little bit of a red edge there where they were all stuck in some sort of pad, and then you would just pull off 4 or 5 to make a portion to put in one of the rations. But yeah, more of those, that toilet paper. And we have a pack of instant rice, freeze-dried as well, manufactured by the Nestle company in Australia. Goes on to describe how you go about preparing it. And it did have a date there of, yeah, 79. So that's a lot later than any of these other items. That's 9 years later than, say, those biscuits. So, yeah, not really sure where this fits in. Was this sort of added later? Not sure, but reading the contents of this, yeah, you definitely got instant rice within this ration. I'm running out of room. I'll just put that there. And then we have a chocolate ration. Have a look at this thing. These things are uber collectible. Any of the old Australian Army chocolate rations. This one was manufactured by Cadbury Fry Pascal. 2 ounces net, and that's probably some sort of packing code there. Not really sure because it doesn't show chocolate as part of the ration. So that's really interesting. But anyway, nonetheless, here it is. It's obviously faded a little bit, but there it is there, a 2-ounce chocolate ration. Now next up we have a huge pack here of sugar. Now you know what, these remind me of the sugar that would have come packed in the CR5 Man, in those tins. You normally get 2 or 3 of these packed in those tins. So I would say that this is not from this kit. This is just something that was probably grabbed at the same time and brought back. But yeah, that's very interesting that, that's there. Next up, we've got 2 Australian Army matchbooks. Have a look closely at one of these. There you go, it's got some writing on there. It says Brighton and May. Lots of matches there. None of them are missing. In fantastic condition. There's the Australian Army coat of arms, if you like. Striker on the rear. And of course, we have 2 packs there. Well, that's interesting. We have 1 pack that's green tip. Oh, come on. 1 tap that's green tip and 1 that's red. Now, I don't know if that's that means anything, or it was just maybe they had both. I don't think one's waterproof or anything like that. Yeah, just interesting that you've got 2 different colours. All right, now we're just getting what I assume is just random components that have been collected at the time. Here we have some White Wings Instant Coffee, number 1 blend. 1/8 of an ounce there, and again, no date on anything. And the next item that we have in our container is a chicken soup powder. Now, I can't see this in any of the contents of any of these PR1Ms. Manufactured by Industrial Sugar Mills, so ISM again. But here we have a net weight of 85 to 95 grams. So maybe this is a later item. I don't think this belongs in this PR1M either. And we have 2 instant teas. These are again ISM and again 0.6 of a gram. So I think these are a later addition. Interesting. We have a salt, 1/4 ounce, ISM again. And we have about 12 of these in the bottom of our ice cream container. 1/4 ounce, ISM sugar. There you go. So I don't think these belong in this PR1M. I'm pretty sure of it. Alrighty, save the best to last. A Fred. Look at that. That's fantastic to see. And the good thing about Freds is they're always dated. I'll see if I can get it to focus on that. Pretty sure that says 1969. So there you go, 1969 Fred, made by Carr. These are hugely collectible items Freds. People want to collect all the Freds of different years. Yeah, I could get a lot of money just for this Fred alone. All right, well, that's it, apart from a heap of these sugars, which I don't think belong in this PR1M. So what I'll do, I'll sort out everything I think belongs in this PR1M, and everything else I'll just put back in the container, and we'll see what we're actually missing. Alrighty, these are the items that I think are specific to our PR1M. Now, we are missing a few items, and according to the list here, we are missing a processed cheese, a raspberry crunch, we are missing fruit candies there, and we're also missing chewing gum. Now, apart from that, everything else is here. Now, we do have some substitutions, which could possibly be the Scotch fingers. We have biscuit rations instead. Now, some of the items that I thought were possibly in this ration that were not were the chocolate and the scouring pad and the Fred. These were probably part of a CR10 man at the time. How amazing is this? You know what? It's almost a complete PR1M from the Vietnam era. Not only is it from the Vietnam era, but it quite likely could have actually been brought back from the Vietnam War itself. Now, how do I date this? We have a 1970 and we have a 1971 here. We have a 79 there. I don't know about that, but these two components are probably going to help me date this ration to the early 70s, 70 or 71. Now, where does this fit within the timeline of production of rations in Australia? Because in 1971 was the first year that they had a freeze-dried plant making freeze-dried mains for the Australian Army. So was this one of the really early freeze-dried mains that came out of that facility in 1971? But either way, this is a fantastic ration, and I'm going to save this ration. I'm not going to sell it. I'm going to keep it. And maybe this might end up in a museum someday, but you know what? This has been an amazing to be able to show this to you. I've really enjoyed it. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching. If I've got anything wrong, let me know in the comments. Either way, cheers, subscribe, comment, stuff like that. See yous. You know, other people that might find my reviews interesting, please let them know about my channel. I really would appreciate it. All right, guys, thanks for watching, and I've got another video coming up real soon.